Now we shall discuss the positive and negative number formatting. We can also write the sign of positive in front of positive integer, and we can also write the sign of negative in front of negative integer. What I want to say, I will explain through the example. For example, I am writing integer value is dot format 1, 2, 3. So what will be the output? By default, it is positive, but I can write positive d, which will show that it is a positive integer. And similarly, if I want to denote negative value, then I will write negative here. It will show that it is a negative value. Similarly, for the float point number, I can do like this, negative 123.6 zeros. Here I have denoted positive, but here I have got negative, and I can get positive integer as well, positive 123.6 zeros. Now we shall discuss the alignment operators by using the format method. Python provides us greater than, less than, equal to, and cap symbol for the alignment of string. How we can use these? Let's discuss one by one. For example, print value, there is a value dot format. I'm going to give the value as 1 2, for example, and I think I'm re- I'm restricting it as a digit value. So I have got the required output 1 2. But what if I will use like this? What happen? There will be three spaces created before the 1 2 or 12 integer. I don't want spaces to be created before the 12 integer. I want the spaces to be created after that. So what I will do, I will use the symbol less than. What it will do? It will create the spaces in front of the integer. We can also specify like this. For example, I am using 05D. It is showing 30 has been generated before the digit. But I want these three zeros to be generated after the digit. I will use less than symbol. So less than symbol will shift these or whatever the integer here to the initial point or to the left side of the whole integer. These less than symbol will shift it toward the left side of the value. So we have shifted these toward the left side and the remaining zeros came after the integer. By default, the value is greater than aligned at the right side. So by default, these integers or any float point number will be aligned toward the right side by default. Like this. This is the default value we have got. So we don't need to specify greater than symbol as well. But if we want to align this toward the left direction, then we have to specify this. For example, I don't want zeros. I want plus symbol. Then what I will do? I will do like this. We have got plus symbols instead of zeros. I can also use add symbol. Here I have got add symbol after that. 5 means the total width of the integer should be 5, which we have already explained. Now, if I want to align this integer into the center, then what I will do, I will use cap symbol. This. This cap symbol denotes that it has been in the center position. I am going to clear it that it is in the center position or not. For example, I am using 6 so that the spaces are equal before and after the integer. Here, before two spaces and after two spaces, and the integer is in the middle. For example, I am using 40D. Here I have got the integer in the center and rest of the places have been filled by the plus symbol which I have denoted. For example, I don't want to do like this. I want to fill it with the zeros. Then what will happen? 0, 0, 0, and then 0, 0, 0, and in the center there is the integer. Similarly, if I want to use positive and negative value of integer, then I will use equal to sign to align the positive and negative value of the integer. For example, equal to 5D. What it will show? Minus. Minus is at the initial point, then there are spaces, and then there is 12. If I don't use, so I haven't used equal to sign, and the minus value is with the integer and spaces have been created before that. For example, I am using equal to sign and I want to fill the spaces with the plus sign. Then what will happen? There is 2 minus, then there is plus plus, and there is 12. And I don't want to do like this. Then what will happen? Then, sorry, if I want to use plus symbol before the negative value, then what will happen? Like this. I have shifted the whole value toward the right direction and filled the remaining spaces with the plus. For example, I am using like this. What will happen? Yes, I have got the required output. For example, I am going to use it like this. Then where the string will be aligned? String is aligned in the center, and I have got positive in place of space and the negative value is as such. For example, I am using dot equal to, then what will happen? It will be filled with the plus. This example we have already covered. Now I am going to discuss the examples of float point number f. For example, I have got 12.00006 digit number after the point, and I want to limit it like this. If I use greater than symbol, then what will happen? Yes, by default, greater than symbol is used. Now I am going to use less than symbol, then what will happen? It is again by default the same because this is showing that the 3 digits should be there after the integer value. Now I am going to use, for example, 5.3 or 8.3. 8 means the minimum width of this integer should be 8. Then what will happen? We have got two spaces before the float point number. Now I want to fill these positive spaces with the positive integer. It means that this greater than sign will show that it will be shifted toward the right side or it will be aligned toward the right side and the remaining will be filled with the positive sign. Yes, remaining has been filled with the positive sign. Now I want that it should be shifted toward the left direction and the remaining should be filled with the positive. Then it is again we have got the required output, and this is showing that the float point number has been shifted toward the left because we have used less than symbol or left symbol, and the remaining spaces have been filled with the positive. Now what I want to do, I want to shift the total float point number into the middle, so I will use cap symbol to centralized or center the alignment of string. Then what will happen? Let's see. The string or float point number is in the middle and on the left and right side there are two positive. I can do like this as well. I have increased the width of float point number and the remaining spaces have been filled with the positive. Now I want to do like this equal to, and I'm going to use negative value. First, I am going to remove all this and see the output. Yes, we have got few spaces before that. And if I use equal to, then what will happen? The sign will remain at the initial point, then there will be spaces, and then there is the float point number. But I want to fill these spaces with the positive, then what will happen? Yes, it is giving me the required output that the remaining spaces have been filled with the positive. Now let's discuss some more cases related to format method and the string. Let's suppose I have string is dot format and I am using the string ABC. For example, I have got the required output. Now what will happen if I'll use colon 5? I will get two more spaces in front of the string. You will be able to clearly see these spaces when I will use left shift operator and plus sign. Here you can see these spaces. This 5 is denoting that the string width should be 5, and if there is no 5 character, then rest of the string will be filled with the spaces. Here it means that string has been shifted toward the left direction and the remaining spaces will be filled with the plus sign, which will be in the right direction. If I'll use like this and I am not using plus operator, then what it will show? The total width should be 5 and we have given only 3 characters, hence 2 spaces have been created. Now I want to fill these spaces with the plus sign. Yes, we have got plus plus ABC. Now I want to use center character. It will centralize this string. Here, one space is here and one space is here. For example, I am using plus sign to fill these spaces. Yes, one space is here, one space is here. I am going to give, for example, 20. And I have got 10 spaces here or 9 spaces here and 10 here. We have got spaces filled with the plus sign. Now I will use some float point numbers like zero point 0.3. I am using zero point 0.3. What it means, or I am using zero point 0.2. What is the meaning of this? It will only print the first and second character of the string. The remaining string will be eliminated or truncated. So I'm using zero point 0.1 and we have got the required output. I'm going to increase it zero point 0.4. We have got ABCD, the first four characters of the string. Now I'm going to take 8.4. For example, what it will show that minimum width of this string should be 8. If it is less than that, then it will be filled with the spaces. Already we have given zero point 0.4 and these four characters will be printed, and after that spaces will be printed, four spaces like this. I am going to show you with the plus sign. I'm going to fill the spaces with the plus sign so that you could be able to understand ABC plus 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 plus. Now I'm going to show you with the plus spaces when I will shift these four characters toward the right direction and here. For example, I'm not taking this. Here, the seven characters will be printed and one plus will be printed here. If I will move toward the left side, then string will be moved toward the left side and right side will be filled with the positive. Now I'm going to use like this center. ABCD is in the center and left and right side is filled with the plus sign. If I will not use plus sign, then left and right side will be filled with the spaces.